Game up for Saturday. Toluca at home, coming back home after an embarrassing loss. I'm going to say it again, guys. If you're going to come for the king, you better not miss. And man, did Toluca miss. All this hype around with them winning against two weak teams back to back with a bunch of goals just to fall flat against the king. Meanwhile, Necaxa has a win over America. Isn't that an interesting thing, man? But both of these teams are coming off of a loss. Necaxa had a very disappointing tight loss against Tigres. It's all right. Tigres are no pushover, but man, Necaxa is probably a little bit of a trickier team to figure out than Toluca, at least at the moment. I think the right side to be on is Necaxa with a goal in our back pocket. You guys can get it at probably right around minus 105, minus 110, minus 115. I forgot to put the price down. My apologies, guys. My apologies on that one. But having Necaxa with an extra goal in your back pocket, I think is the right side to be on. We're going to see how Toluca comes back after, as quick as they went up. Man, what a hard way to crash down. Necaxa fought a way better game against America than Toluca did. But it's okay. It happens. That's just the way this league works. And we're going to see how Necaxa responds to a loss too. They've also been on a little bit of a winning streak, or at least they haven't lost also, I believe, in 3 matches. I believe it was 3 matches that they haven't lost in. So same thing with them. They were winning against some weaker teams very convincingly. They beat the hell out of my team, Atlas, 4-0. So we're going to see how both teams respond after a loss. I think at the end of it, I believe it's going to be a draw at the end of it. Again, Toluca is not a team that's been very convincing at home. They've only been convincing against the weaker teams that they've had to face at home. So to me, they're just not very convincing at home. And if they have, they've only beaten one good team at home, and that was Tigres. And that was 1-0 with a very, very, in my opinion, lucky goal at the end. Probably, I believe it was right around minute 85, 88, 90. It was towards the end of the game. That game was about to damn near end in a draw, but they managed to get a 1-0 win. And again, that goal was a little bit controversial, if I remember correctly. So having Necaxa with an extra goal in my back pocket, I believe, is the right side. At the very worst, I get a push. But if this game ends in a draw, then my bet cashes. Again, if I had to pick a side, I would lean towards that draw. But if Toluca does manage to win by 1 goal, which is more than likely going to happen, if you ask me, I don't think they're going to completely destroy Necaxa. But if they at least win by 1-0, at the very worst, I get my money back. Gives us a chance to fire a bet on something else.